We we went into the portal to see what was happening on the other side of train and security system. We found Friendly Hands and Friendly Hands' cousin, also Friendly Hands. We went into the vault. That's right, that also happened. I died, and I think that was it.
You can still hear the grinding noise as the black box is slowly processing through the obsidian rod.
Oh right. We were teleporting a huge collection of material through a very, very small funnel.
An entire dead
like...
plane of existence through a small rod.
We tried to flush a universe down a dimensional toilet, but shitter's clogged.
Where did my last cantrip go?
It's dead. You can no longer cast that spell. You've forgotten what it was.
And I got longer and not fun ways.
I just forgot where it was.
Yeah, he became an alligator.
Yeah, so you
That's
revert.
not what happened.
You revert from being Mushu at this point.
So I have Mage
Oh
Hand,
yeah,
Vicious
I tried to
Mockery.
turn you into, what did I say?
A Chinese dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah,
no,
because
it's
Chinese
myth
luck
dragon
dragon.
specifically.
And then you
Yeah.
tried to crush the life out of me with your thighs.
Yeah, because you wanted to fly on him, but he doesn't get flight until like level 13 or something. So all you had was just effectively a
Well,
shitty
how was
snake
I
with
supposed
legs
to
and
know that?
arms.
Besides, as unhappy as he may be, at least he's not dead. Alright. Can you give me control over little blue lion head?
Yep. Let's see. Your health.
Which I guess should actually be little blue ogre head.
Yeah, I didn't have
well.
time, so this will just be the stand-in until we get you your new body.
Me
'Cause-
want new.
It's better than your snoo body. I don't think we can show that on YouTube or Twitch.
No.
Okay, so you guys have killed the ash demon, and then Bird killed the things that were keeping the ash demon going effectively. And the train engine, which had been kind of repurposed into a physical form for said ash demon, has reverted. And so, Bird, you're still stuck in that kind of like weird nega world. You're kind of dimly aware of what's going on in the background.
Okay.
But you are, for intents and purposes, stuck there for the time being.
Can I attempt to bump into Skitter?
As a ghost,
Oops.
you kind of you realize as you're kind of bumping into him, you've got arms. You can bump into Skitter. So effectively, you're slapping him with these like white hands. You can see what's going on. You actually aren't moving. You don't think you can move, but every time you like kind of mentally think about bumping into him, a like white arm comes out of nowhere and just like slaps Skitter somewhere.
Whoa. Am I
Bad
the
touch.
security system?
You notice Brungren is kind of freaking out a little bit.
I go over and I give Drez a little pet. Well, I mean, I use my hands to give him a
Drez, a
little
creepy as
pet.
shit white hand comes out of nowhere. It's not Ash Demon creepy,
Whoop.
but you get a nice little pet up and down
Butt
that.
pet.
Yeah, there we go.
Ew.
So as you
It's a
flee for
lizard.
the cargo car, you notice about maybe a third of the black box remains. It's going. It looks really silly. It's effectively a pyramid with a rod sticking out of one end, and it looks kind of silly. Okay, so for the rest of you, kind of recap for the aftermath. So Dimitri has died once again. You don't know where he is or what he's up to, or if he's even still around. Drez, you have no idea that Dimitri can't even ghost, apart from the fact that he's a body snatcher. And then I don't know actually what else is going around. This
Sorry.
is kind of on you guys for a little while.
I'm trying to
I don't
find...
entirely remember if anyone even explained. Did Vivi explain that Grug was Dimitri?
No.
No, I think it's just
In fact,
purely
do I know
based on...
Dimitri's a
No.
person yet?
I mean, I knew
Yes.
that it was Dimitri
You-
because
you've- You've definitely heard
presented
Dmitri
him in
refer
a
to himself as Dmitri Milkovich, because that was during his confrontation with Gorlar, but it was never explained to you.
So my player knowledge is, I mean, my character knowledge is so fucked.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
if
just
you
not
want
been a
to,
priority
you
for
can
me
you
to,
can just roll a wisdom check and just leave it up to kind of chance on whether or not Drez has figured it out at this point.
I feel like he's emotionally healthier not figuring any of this out.
You can't escape me. Oh.
Yeah. So as long
Attempts
as
can be made.
as long as Drez is on the train, you are aware of his existence and can give him butt pats.
No.
Ew.
How do I leave this train? How
I
do I
stop
get out?
momentarily.
Someone stop
I-
this dimension. I want to get off.
I poke our Reginald, the unconscious halfling, or is he dead?
Nobody's actually checked him yet.
I am. Poke,
Okay.
poke with the security
Okay.
hands.
But the thing that happened to him made him sound super dead.
Now, Gruck is really, truly super dead, right?
I've been flip-flopping
yeah.
on this for the past, 2 weeks. He is either dead or severely comatose, and I'm not really sure which, because prior to... When you guys sent him off to VV earlier, he had just sustained massive head trauma, and he just re-sustained massive head trauma. So... I don't really know where to put
His
the poor
brain
ogre.
got defragmented
So
in the
he's
bad way.
he did survive his death checks, but the accumulating injuries have laid him very low. So you got an ogre slab, and he will probably starve to death if you don't figure something out for
Everything
him.
bird touches dies.
Poke.
And now
poke,
he's the
poke,
train.
Drez.
We need to get out this train.
The only thing I can do is touch. Anyway, I check
spec-
Reginald's pulse.
Okay.
Whatever, I'll even throw a doctor check on that.
I don't think you actually have much for tactile sense. Roll a medical check as a train. You got disadvantage for this because I don't think you got much for
Did this train go to college?
I don't think it takes
No.
a degree to take a
So-
pulse. Oh.
Alarin, you go over to check Reginald, and you see a bunch of hands kind of feeling him up.
Ew.
You're not really sure what's going on with it.
I'm attempting
Okay.
to take his pulse, but I don't know how.
So Reginald is in fact alive, though he looks like he has been destroyed. He is clinging to life, maybe a little bit healthier than Gruck, but he got slamma-jammed a couple of times there, and it was not good for him.
Well, my spell wore off. I wonder if my suggestion will continue. As in, he will forget about taking the train.
Uh-oh,
going
Grug
to
smash
do-
good slam jammed.
Also,
I'm going to roll this, and if it doesn't come up in that 20, then no, I'm not going to say what I'm attempting to do.
okay.
All right, never mind.
Alarin, by the way,
Specifically 20.
you can
It's too stupid of an idea to do anything less than use a 20.
Alarin roll a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can see kind of a ghastly apparition floating in that weird blue engine porthole.
Hello?
It's
Uh,
Dimitri. Yeah.
Ooh. I assume she
Oh.
can't hear me.
No, you can communicate. You're just stuck in the engine.
Oh.
Oh, his
Hey.
spirit must have...
Hello.
Yeah, hi. So, I suppose upon death you fled Gruck and bonded with the engine?
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but they've apparently taken over security for the train. If I knew signed language, I would, use it, but instead I just poked Drez a lot.
That explained the hands activating again. That's well, I'd say that's a good thing, but at this point, I mean, I guess anything's good, probably, maybe.
Yeah, really, we kind of hit rock bottom there, don't you think?
He's taking a ghost possessing his train really well.
I mean, it's better than a demon.
Yes.
All right, you're not in the room. Are you just shouting from the other
No,
compartment?
that was
That was
very
player
much out of
snark.
character.
Alrighty, well, do you know how to get me out of here?
Well, I mean, I think you can come out on your own if you want to. I'm not sure. I'm sure okay, so you just thump right out.
How does your spirit stay coalesced?
Vivi. Well, actually, I can answer that. It stays coalesced purely by the fact that I'm a flaming hot ball of rage at Gorlar, and that rage will not let me die. It has pulled me back from the brink of death multiple times at this point. I really dislike that man. Yeah, I think that pretty much is in line with my knowledge arcana.
Okay.
Has this ball of rage ever attacked Gorlar directly in this entire playthrough, besides running
Paul, you go, Paul.
Yeah,
marching towards it while singing, or
yeah.
like running away from him? And
The only time he tried to attack Gorlar directly, he got slugged in the face and knocked right out. So
I also tried to push him into a pit of death. Don't undersell my failures, okay?
I thought that was specifically Greg that did that.
Uh,
I think so.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
What do you know?
Dimitri
I guess
was
we
Greg is
kind
more
of had
effective at
aligned
hating
goals.
Gorlar than the person who hates Gorlar.
Alright, so...
Well-
hey, listen and all that stuff. Shall we get out of this area?
I think that would be appreciated. What do we do with these two?
That's what I was
I could-
wondering.
I can attempt to possess Reginald, and then attempt to do a good Reginald impersonation.
Uh,
Are you? I mean, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe these two won't
It
get
was
away.
jokes,
if that case.
Skitter.
Oh,
How do you not understand joke humors?
I mean, jokes aren't really a goblin thing. It's usually like stab the small one, laugh. That's how it goes.
Oh,
what about Gruck?
that does sound kind of funny.
Was he just really dead inside? Or...
Believe me, I've been in that guy for like 8 hours and I'm already done. Okay, he's like, every metaphor I can think of uses modern day technology. He's like a horse, but like a really bad horse.
Bad horse. No.
Anyway, well, you know, ashes to ashes, dusting dust.
well,
let's,
so we shouldn't even
let them be.
attempt to revive them?
Nope.
So you're just gonna leave the corpses here?
No. We have to help
The
them.
sociopath levels are real.
Okay. Well, we haven't rested in ages, right? Do we even have any spells left?
We have achieved leveling ups, so yes, we have spells.
Yeah, you guys are
Oh, yep, that we
Yeah.
are.
level up magic. You're back up to full health, full spells.
Okay. Can I like sense how far gone these guys are?
I mean, that would be a medicine check, and you did medicine check, so
Yep.
you know that Grux Smashgood's in a coma. Probably has been in a coma this entire time. Somebody just went joyriding with him. And then Reginald's got some serious broken bones, but is just unconscious.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see. I suppose I can use Cure Wounds on them. Okay. Let's see, a die 8.
At this point, I may have passed out from sheer exhaustion.
Ooh, that was nice.
Oh, what
Okay.
a surprise. You've only done that like 4 times.
Well, maybe if he ever got to sleep. Ever.
He leveled up. That's like sleeping, but
That's
better.
definitely not how
It's
that
like
works.
super coffee.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
give that to Gruck.
Okay, so Gruck is, well, he looks less messed up, but still very comatose.
What?
You can't just heal spell a person out of a coma.
Well, but he's not dying.
No, both are actually stable-ish.
Wait, even he's stable? I didn't have to use cure wounds.
I mean, there's a difference between like brink of death but not dying, and then, just unconscious. There are fairly major differences between the two.
So even Reginald, after being pummeled by the beast, I mean, he has broken bones and stuff, though. Wouldn't that put him into a state of shock?
I mean, yeah,
In 5e, don't you get stabilized in like one heal?
yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, any heal will put you at stable.
I'm just trying to be like not fully video gamey on this. It's like, okay, so he was somewhere at 0. You've healed him. All right, he's back on his feet. It's like
Okay,
that's something I'll throw
I'll
at player
give that
characters.
to Reginald, but he better behave.
All right. So his limbs look less broken, but he's still unconscious.
Okay.
So
Do you have any cells for, say, rowdy passengers?
I mean, we could lock him in one of the sleeper cars. That'd do it.
Okay. Because I don't know if I quite trust him. I mean, given the fact that he was after the train. But I would feel bad for slaying him here and there. Though he didn't show any compunction against affording us the same pleasantries. I don't know. I suppose it's just difficult to judge.
So, are we throwing both of them in a sleeper car? Like,
Oh no!
I'm not really
Gruck-
sure where the
Gruck is personally fine. Is just fine. He's just. We'll have to get him back
He's
to
not
TV.
just fine.
So is Gruck the ghost? Like, I'm not.
Oh, you.
This was not. Yeah, I mean, you guys were very, very blasé about this, so I just assumed it was normal.
It's normal for us. No, I do apologize. This here is Dimitri, formerly known as Greg. I suppose he never was Greg to begin with. It's a long
No.
story. Essentially, he inhabits other beings' bodies
That
on occasion.
he like actually gets a little tense, and he's got his wrench kind of aimed at you. He's like, I like my body. I don't want any. My train's got passengers. It's built for passengers. I'm not a train. You leave me alone.
I've never been more insulted in my life. It would. Most beings consider it at least an honor. I mean, Greg was kind of annoyed by it, and Gruck had no opinions, but I projected my opinions onto them, and they seemed pretty cool with the whole situation.
Well, I'm laying down some ground rules right now. Just putting it out there. Just being honest with you.
So no, Gruck doesn't need to be put in a cell, though Reginald will. And
Well, that bit's at least easy. So he is going to just like toss Reginald over his shoulder, kind of rudely.
I mean, he did try to kill everyone 2 times over at most. Or at the least, I should say. Okay, and
Do I dare even attempt to repossess Gruck and see if we could move him? I mean, getting knocked out of this guy is like kind of a random chance thing, so I don't know.
also, how's my rod doing?
okay. So it's about maybe 20% left. It's kind of like this weird flat pyramid, and a sleeping lizard that's like curled up unpleasantly. Are you like trying to butt pat as a ghost?
Yes.
Do we have to like roll to possess Drez? Is that what's gonna happen here?
Nah.
No, I have other plan.
He's
Okay.
just annoying
Okay.
him.
I feel like I would win that wisdom check.
Alright, the
Probably.
repossessed security system.
Okay.
And poke
So
Drez awake.
you okay? You were prodding Drez.
Why?
Wake up, Sleepy.
No.
You're
You're
leveled
dead.
up. You had sleeps already. We're ready to go.
That's not a thing.
We gotta move.
I'm gonna see if I can contact Vivi. Vivi,
Yeah, yes.
have you been even partially receiving
Yes,
this
this
box?
thing is well, it's more than I could have asked for. That's for certain. I'm actually pretty impressed though. The noise is it's terrible.
Why is it the
It's just a very no, it's just
Yeah.
a very like a 30-minute version of somebody slowly dragging their hand across a balloon.
Oh.
Somewhere between that and a chalkboard, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's not a pleasant sound for those of you with functional ears.
Ears.
It's the only thing that drowns out the voices.
So will you actually require the train? I mean, then again, at this point, we've already probably gotten on the bad side of the genies, at least when they find out about this predicament. I mean, not only did we steal this, but potentially the train itself.
Well, I mean, that is actually a perfectly acceptable option. I mean, it'll take a little bit longer with the black box because, I mean, getting into a dead plane of existence takes some doing. But if stealing the train at this point is going to be a problem, then, well, you've already come away with your hands quite full. So I guess it wouldn't be, the end of the world.
Well, I should ask Brungren. After all, it is his train. Well, sort of. He was at least hired to use the train along with his brother.
So he is like just tossed. Actually, no, he has tossed Reginald on like top of the dresser.
He's not gonna put him in his bed.
No, I was like, he threw him on the bed. Wait, no, that's where he sleeps. It's on a dresser now. It looks bad.
Brungren?
I.
So now that the black box is slowly getting sucked into another plane, your brother is dead, and the whole system has been compromised. What do you believe the Dejani prince would think about all this?
He's not gonna be happy. I mean, at.
Would that imperil you in the train? Because you're always
Well, I
welcome.
mean, the train is never in peril. This thing is basically invincible. Even, I mean, you saw it. Even after it got eaten by a demon, it turned right back. This thing is immutable, sort of. Me, on the other hand, pretty mutable. Pretty much going to get fired for this. That is 100% in the cards. The rest, I don't know.
Just fired?
Well, I mean, I've been on this train for.
I imagine, a Dejani prince throwing people in a pit full of fire-breathing cows
Aw.
and having them, literally set their employees aflame.
Bring up a good point. I will admit I was planning on just hanging in the hat, setting my badge on fire, and then swimming for Dwarf Lantis if we go that far instead of returning to him. Because I mean, without my brother, either my life is forfeit or my life is, well, not forfeit, but going to suck very bad for quite a while, probably. Yeah.
Because it seems like these princes aren't much for letting one off without.
No, they are possessive people. They expect everything to go their way, and if it doesn't, well, they blame everybody.
But didn't they fight on the Express?
Aye.
Slayed many of their opposing factions?
Aye.
So that means that they probably would execute you?
Well, so there's some uncertainty here. I'm not entirely sure what would happen to me. I've never heard of anyone getting fired. This is more of a
Well, what happened to the previous conductors of the train?
voluntary. Well, there weren't any. I originally the only thing in the contract is voluntary retirement after a century of hard labor.
So all the previous conductors.
There were none.
What? Wait,
We were the first.
you were the first?
Yeah.
Then how long? So this thing has only been running as long as you've been alive? And capable
Well,
of running this?
little less. I started this when I was 70 something, 73, I think. Yeah.
So it was only found then.
Well, it had been found, but I was not the train engineer for the entire time of my life. No, I was well, not an engineer. I was an artificer. I was hired to check out a dig site they'd found on one of the far sides of the dusty expanse. And lo and behold, here was the train, just ready and waiting there. And I spent years trying to get it running, and I finally did. And that's when the consortium sold it to Bayezid. And, well, I was the number one expert, and it was kind of mandatory that I, continue to work on the train. Not that I minded at the time. It was all very exciting.
I suppose you do have some leverage in that you were the one that got this up and running in the first place. But how easy would it be for him to find a replacement?
Damn near impossible, but I don't think that would stop him from trying. I mean, without my brother, I'm practically useless, probably.
What does your brother bring to the table?
Well, the other half, this train, it's...
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Well then, do you have
Did
family
you
in
ever reunite?
Atlantis?
Did you ever reunite him with his brother like you promised?
Yes.
Yeah. During the battle, he had given him the thumbs up.
Yeah,
and then
he
died.
gave the thumbs up
Oh, right.
and disappeared. Because that was the extent of what he could do after fighting a bunch of imps in the train engine. Well, my mama... I don't know. If I go back to her, I mean, that's gonna be the first place Bayezid would look, and if I'm there, well, she's... I mean,
Yeah, I know. that
honestly, if I
feeling.
go back there without Alduin, I'm just as dead as if Bayezid found me.
If I went back to my parents' house, they'd be like, "Why are you a ghost? Why can't you get a job? Why can't you marry other ghost women?" Like, it would not work out that well. Your
Wait,
brother, he's not a ghost. Sorry.
I thought for a second you were implying that you were biologically a ghost from the start, which would be
Unless,
a really
I mean-
interesting twist of events.
His parents could be
It's a
ghosts.
ghost family. Oh God.
Having ghost kids from the ghost commune.
Your dad, he found nice ghost girl down the street. That she's single.
For some reason, this reminds me of Casper. Wasn't there some weird subplot to make the people undead versus him alive again? And then they're just like, no, he should remain dead and they should
whoa.
remain alive.
No, the girl's father died because his Casper's uncles killed him by tricking him to fall down an elevator shaft.
Right,
And they had the
right,
ability
and
to
then
revive
The
one
hell?
person.
Casper sacrificed his ability to come back to life. This was Macaulay Culkin Casper, right?
Yeah.
To
The Casper movie was
sad.
actually
So
sad. Yeah.
Dang.
Who would have known a story about a dead child would be sad?
But he was a friendly ghost.
Actually, do you know that Casper
Who
originally
died as a child?
he died as
Truth.
a child out in the cold? I don't know if he fell through the ice or if he just froze to death out there, but that's how he died. At least in their version. I don't know about the original Casper.
Who the hell is Casper?
Should I make a roll on
No.
this?
You only
No.
have enough.
After knowledge Star Wars, I think
Yeah,
we're good.
you only know of a couple of ghosts, and their names are Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon,
And Yoda!
and Yoda, I guess, and I guess Anakin. You know a lot of about a lot of space ghosts.
But not Space Ghost.
Yeah, none of them are coast to coast. They're all interstellar. Shell, no, I'm not allowing you to have more metagame fan knowledge.
Well, I have metagame fan knowledge for Star Wars. And
you
that's
have it
sufficient.
for Star Wars, and Bird has American history, and hell if we know what Drez has yet.
Oh, my face.
Lots of patience.
Alright, so, shall we ask Vivi how long she thinks it's gonna take to get the, minerals back to where they need to go?
There's actually an audible pop as the rest of the black box goes through the rod, and then there's a clatter, which wakes Drez up.
I'm gonna pick up the rod.
Okay. Did I have the black box as an item? I don't remember if I did. Nope, I don't.
No, I don't believe you had it as an item. It's just.
I was
encompassing this
originally
room.
planning on having it be a physical thing and have the. Yeah, I should probably get rid of the Alduin ghost in the other car, because he doesn't belong there anymore. Anyway.
So. I suppose what I'm getting at is, I'm pretty sure that Vivi would welcome a train such as this and a being such
as
you.
you come back after the pop, you realize he's actually gone over to sit in bed. He's not quite listening to you right now.
Rundgren?
I just realized I helped you steal my own cargo.
Oh.
I didn't question it at the time because vengeance and demons and stuff, but that was you just taking the black box.
Yeah. Well, would
am-
it comfort you if I told you what at least we were using it for?
Maybe a little.
Well, also, we thought it was
They're
the
gonna
source
use
of
it
all
to
the
make
evil.
me a new body.
That is worrying considering how fast you go through them. That seems like a colossal waste.
This one might be tougher.
Then an ogre? Sheesh.
Yeah, good point. Well, I mean, in my experience, bodies are, like, you get a bunch of freebies, so...
I can't say I share the same sentiment. At all.
I didn't used
Did
to,
I hear
but
new
yet,
body?
Here we are. Oh, hey, welcome back to the Wakings Up. How was your 1 minute nap?
I mean, you still have a body, Drez. We could kill you first. Maybe you could come back as a ghost. And then...
I'm going back over here now.
Okay, bye. I was just trying to be helpful.
I don't believe
Well,
My
anyone
life
would
was
willingly
threatened
whatever
and,
it's
and
worth.
an apparition talked to me.
Whatever it's worth, Brungren, I'm really sorry about ruining literally every aspect of your life.
Yeah, it kinda did.
Hey!
I mean,
Yeah.
it was
It's
probably
Reginald.
inevitable. I mean,
It was Reginald, but I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest when I say it really was not my intention to completely power screw you for eternity.
that's an uncomfortable thought.
Well, okay, that came out wrong.
I
Ish.
saw what you did to that lizard. I will pass. If you're making a proposition
Hey,
here.
hey,
I mean-
but whatever it's worth, when I said I was selling those lizards, that was actually a lie. By the way, I lied to you constantly, and I don't really know why I did that.
I need counseling.
The moment when you all started fighting a demon with weapons and so on and so forth that very clearly salesmen would not carry, that was kind of the telling point. But once again, didn't really question it. Vengeance, demons, rav, my life is fucked.
I mean, to be completely honest, there's the potential that all of the planes of existence will fall apart if we don't aid one of the inevitables in trying to right the balance.
Huh. First I've heard of it, things have seemed pretty stable.
Well,
I mean, the princes are at each other's throats, but when aren't they?
so do you know anything about the layout of the multiverse? Or the planes?
It's a mess. That's all I know and care about. I mean, the nice part is the elemental planes are kind of in a nice loop. Or at least, you know, the access points are.
Right. So, but they loop around the material plane. and currently the material plane is falling apart.
Alright. And you want me to do what exactly?
Well, so we were sent here from the material plane by one of these inevitables, a kind of guardian planeswalker type of being. And she says that one of her own has betrayed them and is instigating the downfall of the material plane.
And I can fix it?
Well, she needed materials. And
Is this just some, like, really, really roundabout way to recruit a, like, beleaguered dwarven artificer? Because this feels wildly outlandish.
no,
Are you selling me lizards, girl?
no.
Is that what I'm
no.
hearing here?
I'm just trying to
I've
justify.
heard of lizard oil before. I wasn't born this century.
So
I need to unionize.
what happened was, Vivi had indeed sent us to take your train, but as soon as we got accustomed to you and to know you and the other passengers, we realized that we didn't want to harm anyone or take away their livelihood. It's just, well, instead, the black box seemed like it was a better option. However, I suppose regardless of whether or not it was the train or the contents
So
of
you're
the
gonna
train,
rob me, and then you felt bad for me, so you robbed me anyway.
Well, I mean, God told us to do it.
That's not comforting.
It comforted me. Anyway, so how do we, shall we flip back over to the other realm and stop this train? Because, I mean, as bad as I feel about this, life must go on.
Stop the train. Look, what are you trying to ask me here? Like, you've lost me somewhere along the
I was just
along
saying
the
that
route.
if you believe the Dejani Prince is going to make a threat on your life, and you and the train would like to be taken somewhere else off the plane of Earth, then we probably have someone that has the power to do that.
All right, give me a recruit underling check.
How much is that?
It's persuasion.
Charisma.
Oh, persuasion. Well, that should be good for me, please. Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna beat that. Nope. Though that was a hard sell. He looks at you and is like, so you want me to steal my own train?
Well, I mean, we'll help.
Huh. Well, if anybody was to steal it, alright, all aboard. Well,
Well,
we're all
actually,
aboard.
Vivi did provide us with a way to create a portal that just takes the whole train there.
Oh. Well, okay, that's actually a lot easier, because...
Because
We
we
didn't
had
just
to make
start with that.
we had to make sure that the vault was
Shut up, Chris.
deactivated, and the security system stuff.
Yeah,
so
well...
that we wouldn't die.
well, I guess I could have told you that. If I wasn't on board, y'all go blow yourselves to smithereens. Train tries to leave without a conductor and engineer. Kablooey.
A
Oh.
conductor or an engineer? So do we need a new
hell,
one?
that could have been terrible.
Well,
Why didn't you tell us that?
Yeah, you could have died.
I mean, it's not exactly like we tell all would-be train thieves, by the way, don't steal the train, you might blow up. Generally, we let them find that out on their own, and then we get back on the train.
Hey. I am not a would-be train thief. I am a successful train thief.
You're not successful yet. You just are on the train and are in the process of stealing it. We're not out of the plane of Earth yet. Bayezid still has his men in the area.
Yeah, fair point.
Quite frankly,
Alrighty,
Brungren, I believe that you put more heart and soul into this train than any Dejani Prince ever did. Like, he just cares about the train because it can take his products to and fro, like, well, not to and fro, but to and from, one end of the plane to the next, and, just make riches and mercantile goods. I don't know. I'm getting really flabbergasted here. But in any case...
What are you trying to do,
feel-
Bird?
Oddly inspired by and moved by her words.
But in any
I'm
case...
suddenly convinced of this idea.
Yeah, so
But-
you notice Brungren's eyes and beard are glistening with excitement on this one.
Right. So in any case, I believe that we are not stealing the train. I believe that Brungren,
We're
you are truly
liberating
its
it.
rightning.
I'm
rightful
with
owner.
you, girl.
Saving this train.
Wait, what were you saying?
We are liberating this train, and I am behind you. So,
Right. No longer will it serve the vile, greedy, selfish agendas of the Dejani princes.
right, we're gonna drive it straight into his smarmy ass. Well, face. Shit. I know where his
Hell
headquarters is.
yeah! I
We
have
can-
never been more game for anything.
We can crash
Except
this
Warlock.
place and leave my resignation letter right on his smug, fat, podgy beard.
Fat.
Yeah. Look, I'm not good at insults, but I'm ready to be
Wait,
resigned.
Johnny have beards?
Yes. Have you never
Yes.
met a Johnny girl?
No.
They love their beards almost as much as dwarves love their beards.
Oh, but are they super tiny and squiggly at the end?
Yeah. See, we love the big lustrous beards. Your goblin friend who. When the hell did you get a goblin?
No, let's chat more steel. Let's go.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Ori Morn's gonna just silently get in here.
This dwarf has no idea how many things are on his train at any point.
Also, I'm sorry that my speech was a little incoherent. I've been pretty tired.
Your speech
And-
was amazing.
No, it was weird.
It was stirring.
Are we just gonna leave Gruck in there? I mean, I guess he's probably safe.
Oh no, we'll take him. I just can't move him. I don't have the strength.
I
I don't have the ability.
I'll
Don't
try.
you have a wand?
Let's see.
Can't you just teleport him to Vivi?
Oh, you mean the black rod? I mean, sure I can. Bloop.
Okay.
And make sure he teleports back to Vivi.
So you poke him with the rod, and there's a horrible grinding noise, and he disappears.
God.
Oh, so it's like, oh no, I wonder what will happen when we get back to the astral plane.
Just the entire room's coated in blood.
Ah.
Okay, let's turn the keys.
It's raining man. Hallelujah.
Okay, so you guys are going to go back here. I'm gonna copy and paste all of you guys because I think I deleted everybody from the train. Let's see, because I was doing other things. Everybody here. Oh no, everybody's more or less in place. I'll have to switcheroo. Skitter's here. Okay, so you guys are back. There's no Gruck, so I guess I got to copy. Are you guys on the right page at least?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I had to modify the train to account for the missing car in the back, and also get the.
Oh, you still have one crocodile?
Yeah, we kind of ruined this train.
At this point, your summon animal thing is a concentration, right, Keith?
It has to be.
Let me double check, but I think it is.
Because
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the crocodile's gone. Because earlier when you hadn't cast Conjure Lightning. Oh wait, you did Conjure Lightning. Well, whatever, we'll deal with it later. For a little while, Gelato was like riding with a crocodile going shotgun, which was terrifying. But she wasn't going to question it, a la crocodile. Anyway, so you guys are back in the elemental plane of Earth. Everything looks fine and dandy, and I somehow don't have Brungren on this. Let me go fix that.
Or Reginald.
Or Reginald. Yeah, let me go fix that. Okay. So they are y'all kind of appear, and what do you do?
Well, we're first gonna put Reginald into the brig.
Okay. Which car do you want? Do we toss him in the cargo, the luggage car? Do we? Well, you know what? Let's toss him in with all his mess.
Just toss him in the engine.
I mean, I could do that. I'm down with that.
He already
but
possessed something once.
I don't even
You
know.
notice Brungren is heading for the engine. At that suggestion.
But don't we want to question him? Or we've learned all of
do we really?
I mean, how did he get acquainted with demons?
Fair point. You also haven't looted him yet. I'm gonna remind you guys this once. You have not looted a damn thing in this game, pretty much. And
well,
you
the
have
thing
missed
is,
out on
didn't we
some
already
stuff.
loot him once when he was
You looted
reduced
his
to a pile of ash?
impy clone. You notice he's still wearing all of that stuff.
Okay, and does he still have the
Skitter
bag?
didn't get to where he is by being good. Skitter got to where he is because we looted an assassin.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You looted
Last
one
time you
guy.
said he wasn't wearing any of that stuff.
No. No, he has his hat. He didn't have his whip, and he does have a pouch. So he didn't have the leather jacket, and he doesn't have the whip, but he does have the pouch, and he has a second hat apparently.
Okay, and is the pouch the one with the smoke inside it again?
No.
No? What's in the pouch?
The other pouch.
Is it a beach?
The what?
Is it the beach pouch?
Pouches all the way down.
They're linked together.
Oh.
Wait,
So when you put your hand in one pouch, it comes out the other pouch.
But,
weird.
Portal pouch.
Huh. Yeah, let's not incinerate him yet. We need to take his things.
Okay, you strip the halfling.
That's the entire moral code here.
All right, now can I murder him? Because, like, normally I'm morally opposed, but in this case, I think it's entirely justified.
Well, did he really want this all to himself, or was he working on at the behest of someone or something else?
Don't know, don't care. Halfling kebab.
But we
I mean-
should question him.
All right, it's yours. I'm gonna go to bed. You know what? You guys can deal with him. I want nothing to do with him at this point. If I can't murder him, I don't care anymore.
Someone
Alright.
said bed.
So, what device did Vivi give us again to liberate the train?
Oh yeah. You also see, you don't hear so much. Well, you kind of hear or see. You see Lori and Morn just hop off the train.
What?
What?
She killed the demon. She's done.
Uh,
Job's over.
farewell.
The train just
I
whizzes
assume
by.
Gelato is currently panicking.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Gelato.
the train's not
Gelato is still awkwardly driving the car below.
moving. Oh yeah. the
She
train
looks
is
up
moving.
at the ghost that is now looking down at her. She is more than a little worried about this now. Oh,
Hello.
hi.
Hey, everything turned out great. I give her a ghost thumbs up.
That's
Everyone died.
who are you? Can I stop
Um,
driving this thing now?
No.
Oh,
In fact, you need to get onto the train.
but then who's gonna? Okay, I'm fine with that. She's like
Hang on.
has been panicking. You notice there's sandworms behind the car.
Oh. Hang on. Hang on, we'll get you onto the train. Guys, how the hell are we gonna get her onto the train?
Drive it up close enough and get Drez to vine whip her on.
Punk. Punk.
Ah.
Punk. Hey, Bulbasaur, we need you to vine whip.
By the way, I checked out of curiosity to see how earned this exhaustion is, and by my estimation, my character last had a long rest in episode 17.
17 episodes ago.
And this is episode 33.
Oh. Pung.
Because that's when we arrived on the church after the flood.
Oh wow.
Pung.
That's also how long Skeeter's had a beard.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw you down a whip, a vine, and you're going to climb it and you'll get on train. But you need to move the cart forward.
But what about the
and
car?
close. Huh?
Oh yeah, Vivi.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get the carriage back to you?
Well, normally I'd say use the rod of teleportation, but I mean it's still processing the black box. So,
Wait, it's still processing the black box?
yes.
So what about Grook?
No, that's Grok.
I mean, I have half of a black box here.
Oh, so
What?
is he caught in some kind of weird download?
Did you send something through?
But the black box looked like it had completely downloaded.
On your end?
Is it done? Is it done, or is it still going through?
I'd
on
say
your
it's
end?
about halfway, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I'll let you know if something bad comes out the other end.
Gruck is currently starring in Myst 3 Exile.
Gluck is currently starring in Ito manga.
Oh god.
Alright. Tunk.
How do
Tung.
none of you have a rope?
Tunk. You are rope. As my steed, I command you awake, and I command you to go over.
I mean, I've got rope, but we're going pretty fast. I don't know if just throwing her a rope is a good idea.
No. I thought that the vine thing actually dragged someone towards.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying I had rope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you
I
for
should
contributions.
throw somebody
Skipper.
through the air and
Look.
hope they land right and don't die?
Okay. I'll be over here.
Steed, I command thee.
Ah. Ah.
You forget that I can do that.
Okay.
I use Thorn Whip to like drag forward towards the railing without getting up.
Oh, just to get to the railing.
I literally drag myself across the room with Thorn Whip, and then I cast it again.
Oh,
Okay. No, that's probably for
No,
the
that's
best.
damage. That's
That's
good.
probably good.
So you pull you pull Gelato out of the car, and the car immediately just kind of swerves and disappears over a dune.
Oops.
We didn't have anything on that car, did we, Gelato?
She is kissing the train. She is
Hey.
on the ground
Tung.
and just like hugging it.
Tung.
I don't
I'm
even care
talking.
that there's a ghost hitting my ass right now. All I'm doing is just being glad I'm on semi-solid ground that I don't have to deal with. What the hell was that thing, and why did you put me on it?
It was our ticket to salvation for a while, then it became totally unnecessary. But hey, thanks for being a good sport.
I was not, but okay.
Bye.
Can
Hey, so
some-
Gelato's good now.
Good. I'm sort of tired of having to watch after him. Is there anywhere we can lock him up that isn't in front of the furnace?
Inside the furnace.
At this point, I mean, he's pretty unconscious, which means he's basically locked up no matter where we keep him.
I'm just worried that if we don't keep our eyes on him, he's gonna get taken into the demon realm or something's gonna happen.
Zerd.
It's.
I am High Emperor Zerd, and I am tired and need a nap.
Alright. Anyhoot. When we take him
Oh.
back, when we take all this stuff back to Vivi's, why don't we just tell Vivi, like, hey, you got to keep this guy up in,
But Vivi doesn't
like,
want
keep-
anyone
keep
dangerous
eye
to
on
be
him.
brought to her.
Oh.
I don't believe so.
Well, if that's the case, then furnace or desert, I guess.
So the previous druid encounter taught Drez the value of hiding his identity.
Maybe we should have. Maybe what we should have done with Reginald is we should have given him the carriage. Like, actually
would've-
stuck him in the back.
Yeah, well, the carriage is dead now, so,
Yeah, the carriage is
worms?
gone. No, worms. Yeah. Oh, right. The worms would have probably crushed the carriage without a driver sending it along.
Exactamundos.
Well, I don't know then. Because I'd like to speak with Gelato, but I'm... Skitter? You said you had some rope?
Yeah, I've got like a couple 100 feet.
Are you proficient in tying knots?
I don't think that's a skill anymore, actually.
Is it under
It used to be.
wilderness
Yeah, it used to be, and it
survival
was
or
like the
it's
way
least
back in
used.
the day.
Yeah, but it was like they got rid of it for 5e, I think, because it was so useless.
The great culling of skills in 5e, the removal of knot tying and underwater basket weaving.
Let's see. She's got sleight of hand. It is sleight of hand. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good with rope, I think.
Okay. Could you just make sure that Reginald is bound in such a way that he can't do anything, but not so much that it would cause him further injury?
So you're looking. What are we going for? Like, can't move, standard prisoner, or like the ultra lockup. Trying to move will probably break your thumbs maneuver. I've got the gamut here, I think.
What comes to mind is almost like the mummy wrap.
Oh, okay. So you want the mysteries of the pyramids? I'll give you. Nope.
No.
Wait, what? No, that's what did I roll? That was sleight of hand.
He has
I
a. He
suppose
rolled
so.
a 3.
He rolled a pretty
No.
bad roll.
I mean, okay, it looks bad actually. He's like, I've done better, like a lot better. That was, yeah. For some reason, his sleight of hand on his character sheet, it's an 11 total.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's +9. That's pretty good.
Well, no, it's normally supposed to be a +11, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but whatever.
Yeah, it's not that much better.
Yeah.
That's the same discrepancy I have, where my spell DC doesn't match up with what my class is
wonder
supposed to be when I do the macros.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna see if I can do a stealth check. Does it? Yeah, it's 2 behind. I wonder why. Oh, is it because it's not taking expertise? No, it should be. I don't know. This character sheet is dumb. What is that now?
+7. It's worse.
Yeah,
It's
so
worse.
so it's not counting his proficiency properly. It thinks it still thinks his proficiency is just a +2.
Yeah, like this spell, Thunderwave, involves using the Druid DC, and it says 14, but the Druid DC is 15.
I might look into getting us a new character sheet after this, because this is apparently
I don't know why it's happening.
becoming a problem. Okay. Well,
It has one job and it's not doing it.
okay.
Well, in any case, maybe you should just watch him then, Skitter.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
want
I
to-
can do that.
I want to briefly speak with Gelato. Gelato?
Oh yeah, she's no longer kissing the metal plating of the train. Yes.
So there's been a change in plans.
Well, I mean, today's been nothing but a change of plans. That we've gained some passengers and we've lost more than we've dropped off at stations. What now?
Okay. So it turns out that, I mean, you do know that Reginald was behind it, that he was the one allowing demons onto the express, right?
I mean, demons are a bit of a new thing for me. All I knew is that something was wrong with the train, and then I got knocked unconscious, and I woke up in the desert driving a car.
Yep.
That's concerning.
So we were able to combat Reginald and the demons and free the train from his influence. Unfortunately, also, I think Lori and Morin decided to leave.
Yeah,
She-
she said goodbye. The first thing she said to me, actually, but
Oh, okay. I suppose she had slayed the demons, and that was that. So it turns out that at this rate, we won't be able to continue being in the service of the Dajani princes. Or at least Brungren won't be able to.
so
With
this
some of the
is-
cargo compromised and his brother killed and...
So we're not going to the elemental plane of Earth. Is Is that what you're telling me?
You mean the elemental plane of fire?
Sorry.
That's where you're headed?
Long day.
I may have someone that will be capable of sending you to the elemental plane of fire. I mean, we did get teleported directly to the elemental plane of earth, but if you still want to persist and go on to the elemental plane of fire, not flower, that would be interesting. The elemental plane of flower.
Can't you just,
Delicious.
drop me off and then go off on your rogue train adventure?
How far away are we from the elemental plane of
I mean, it's
fire?
about a week to the plane itself, and then 3 more days in the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, but she can teleport us to places in an instant.
Are you sure? I mean, if I don't make it, my livelihood is already dried up, and if I don't make it there, if you're,
I can ask her. Vivi?
Yes?
So one of the passengers on the train was wanting to get to the elemental plane of fire. Would it be possible for you to send her there directly as opposed to bringing her along with us to the astral plane, or would you need her to come to the astral plane briefly to be sent to the elemental plane of fire?
That would be difficult. I've pretty much only got the ability to transport you 3. Well, you 4. Sorry, Skitter. No problem.
So, you can only. I thought you were creating a portal for the whole train.
Well, the wand is, but the wand is keyed for the sanctum. It's a one-way trip. It doesn't just take you where you want to go. It takes you to one place and one place only. And it doesn't create a portal, it hijacks a portal.
Oh, okay. So then, how did you bring us to the elemental plane of Earth?
I had to use up a fair amount of my reserves. Losing access to the full extent of my workshop in Zagnoth and, many other extenuating circumstances, though. I mean, what you have here is the best of what I can do. At least for a little while. I've been piggybacking off of that wonderful rod of yours for the most part. That's doing most of the legwork to get you back, too.
An entire week to get to the elemental plane of fire. We really shouldn't have gotten rid of that carriage, I suppose. I mean, you wanted to get off of that anyway, right?
I am in favor of sleeping for a week.
I mean, how long can we put this aside? How long will it take for the Dejani prince to know that something is amiss? I just seem to be saying this out into the open air. No one seems to
Brungren is asleep, Drez is asleep. Bird, I think, is AFK. Oh, no, there he is.
No, I'm here. I just don't know what to contribute.
Maybe we all need to take a little breather. Figure things out.
Punk. Drez. Punk.
Every day is a new hell.
Drez, you misspelled your name. I fixed it.
And what was the ingredient that you needed for your ice cream?
Milk.
Oh, the fire-breathing milk.
Oh, hell. Demons. The demon substance itself.
The
horrible, horrible milk.
Yes, that's why it's so imperative that I go and find a new source, because if I don't, there's nothing I can do. My business is done for.
I'm gonna draw some chalk up.
Okay.
So I will I'll put the chalk on this door.
Okay.
And I'll poke my head in.
Okay, I'm not gonna draw like Merrick's shop. I've got to get like a temporary Merrick's shop to work. Okay, so you open the door and it is Merrick's shop once again. Let me find him. He is at the bottom of the list because I think I did Merrick before I actually did your guys' character portraits. Nope, just after, but that's okay. So Merrick's like, oh right, I changed his voice so it was different. Yes, hello?
Merrick, you're well accustomed with trade throughout the realms, right?
Yes. Why? You have something for me?
Not something for you, more like a potential business
I
partnership
like
thing.
every word that you are saying right now.
Okay. So, Gelato, would you care to come in for a moment?
Gelato walks in. She's like, this wasn't here.
Yeah, so this here is Merrick. He's part of the
Hello.
Yeah, tabaxi. I mean, you can tell that he's a tabaxi. In any case, he is a renowned merchant. And I believe I'd given you cheese beforehand.
Yes.
In Zagnoth, do you know where fire-breathing cows
I mean,
would be situated?
Commonly, well, in mountains, in the elemental plane of fire. There's a number of places, yes.
Do you know of any ranches or places where people would distribute
Yes,
milk?
I have had contact with them. Unfortunately, their prices are a little bit expensive, and I've yet to find much of an angle for that market apart from selling the odd, bit and bob, if you know what I mean.
Well, have you ever heard of a delicacy known as ice cream?
I have, but that's normally unattainable. Why do you bring this up? Are you pulling my tail?
I'm not pulling
Have you
your
found
tail.
ice cream in the desert?
No, it's not that we've found ice cream. See, Gelato here, she is a crafter of ice cream, and all she requires is milk.
Gelato. You mean oh shoot. What's like a fancy title for an ice cream wizard?
Let me look that up for you.
It's got to be something like really ridiculous.
Well, what's a master
And
chef?
a master septum.
Oh.
What? Wouldn't it be like a
Cryocrafter
or
sorcerer?
Sorcerer of sorbet herself.
Sorcerer sorbet? Funny.
There you go.
How about sherbet? Because sorbet is not actually a thing; it's pronounced sherbet. But the sorcerer of sherbet herself. This is the Gelato.
Why yes, she happened to be a passenger on the train in the elemental plane of Earth.
My dear, you have brought someone before me quite famous. But why?
So we're in a tad of a predicament.
Well,
The train that we were on, demons attacked it, destroyed one of the cars. The conductor's brother.
yes, I've been watching the episodes. It's okay. You can move forward.
Oh, okay. In any case, Vivi wants us to take it to the not the elemental plane, the astral plane. And unfortunately, it's more of a one-way trip. She'll probably be able to help us get back to Zagnoth and try to remedy things there, but it would be an entire week for us to get to the elemental plane of fire.
I see.
Would you know of any other connections that have, say, chalk portals to the elemental plane of fire, or...
No, but I could figure something out. Miss Gelato, I could easily get you there, and I will waive my fee if you would be so kind as to consider a business partnership, at least for a little while, to pay it off. Gelato looks like kind of apprehensive, but like already she kind of looks like she'd maybe trust Merrick more than you by like a lot.
Drez just sighs as he watches his chance at rest disappear.
Well then.
By the way, sorbet's a real thing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I always thought it was
sorbet.
Sorbet
But the
and
problem
sherbet are different.
the problem with sorbet in this story is it specifically doesn't have dairy, and the whole point of the story is to get dairy.
You see,
Oh, damn it.
American sherbet has dairy in it.
We'll have to
Sorbet is just like fruit and sugar.
we'll have to come up with a title for her if she ever pops back up, but we'll go with the sorcerer.
I don't think sherbet has dairy in it either.
Actually, I was looking at our sherbet in the refrigerator, and it in fact has dairy in it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So
But
sherbet
it's
it is.
specifically the American variety of sherbet.
The pervert of sherbet.
No.
No.
No. Doom.
Anyway, so they I'm not going to talk to myself here. So they start talking over business, and at this point they kind of start ignoring you.
Okay, I hope maybe someday I'll be able to try out your ice cream in Zagnoth.
I doubt it. It's really expensive.
Oh,
Ouch.
okay. Well, we'll be filthy rich by the end of this. Ah!
All right, as you close the door, they are removed from the train, and you guys are alone with Brungren and an unconscious halfling.
And an
Well, I
unconscious
guess our
lizard.
situation is slightly improved. Shall we rob this train with lots of survivors?
We should do nothing for approximately 8 to 40 hours.
Yeah,
I guess we do get the free period of rest at this point.
I do believe everyone does need to rest, though we need to have at least one person keep an eye on Reginald.
I'll do it. Just, come within, some amount, because, no.
I also have no reason to sleep. before I
actually,
go.
Actually, he has no reason to
the
sleep either.
three of you, Skitter, Dimitri especially, and Alarin, you guys got plenty of rest. Really, Drez is the only one that's been, his sleep schedule has just been decimated by everything.
Hey, Drez.
There we go. I'll put him there. Sleep tight.
Drez. Good night.
All right. So you guys are on the train by yourselves watching over Reginald. What are you going to do? Anything? Just wait?
I think idly just wait, honestly.
Okay.
Well, how much time do we have left on the black box, Phoebe?
I would say maybe a couple of minutes.
Okay. And another
You
thing.
might also have a gift.
It did get half done during a boss fight.
Right. Another thing.
Right.
So there was another being who was on the train, and he attempted to commandeer it for himself, and seemed to have an alliance with these smoke-like demonic beings from another realm, a realm of infinite darkness. Would you be familiar with such a demon or a realm?
Possibly. I was created specifically to guard the material plane, so interlopers are not exactly my forte.
Mm-hmm. So we're in a tad of a predicament. I was able to convince him to forfeit the idea of being able to claim the train for himself. Unfortunately, he's still alive.
Okay, you've never asked my permission to kill anybody else
No.
before, so...
I wasn't asking permission to kill him. I was asking what we could do with him aside from killing. Because unfortunately, we're only left with a couple of options. We could throw him out into the desert, but he'd likely be eaten by worms. Brungren especially wanted him outright killed. But I don't know.
It's up to you. Just don't bring him back here. I cannot afford to have any unwelcome guests find this place. Especially if they have ties to extraplanar entities.
No, that's very true. He's too much of a risk.
Oh my god.
Too much of a liability.
I gotta pause. Heretical Seagull has got it. The Haagen-Dazs Sorcerer.
Haagen-Dazs.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
There we go. That is amazing. Okay, we're going with that. Anyway.
Burb, your loot is on the ogre. Oh. Well, it's a good thing that we sent him through portal.
What? But...
Oh. Oh, that could have been bad. And you weren't gonna say a damn thing, Wanda.
But I was actually gonna prepare my portrait of Dimitri with a flaming axe. That flaming axe better not be gone.
It will be. We're going to head to Vivi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll pick it up there. Alright, so I'm going to say
You guys better hope that he hasn't merged with the universe box
we'll cross that bridge when we come
and
to
is
it.
currently falling towards Riven or something.
Yo, so shall we flip a coin? Heads he goes into incinerator, tails he goes into worms.
Wait, we're leaving this up to chance?
Well, we don't have to.
How
I
about?
want to throw him into the incinerator.
I mean, could we go with the third option of just chucking him into the void?
You mean chucking him into his
Why
own
that?
bag?
Well, I mean, it's almost poetic. He was trying to trap us in there, or something. He was doing something in there.
That's
I mean, I could just stab.
Dante-esque.
I could just stab
I
him.
like it.
Stabbing works too.
No, just put him in a box and nail it shut.
Or that. Yeah, we've got. Oh man, we've got crates.
He's not
let
a
the
Nazi, you jerk.
You can let
Okay,
the prince
fine. You
find
you
him.
guys can figure it out. I got looting to do. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Dunk, dunk,
Um,
dunk,
Actually,
dunk.
Brungren.
His loud snores emanate from his cabin.
Okay, never mind. Yeah,
Dunk. Dunk.
I don't know what to do. Like, he was. I'm good. I'm good. Damn it! I'm not killing people that. This is horrible. What would a Jedi Knight do?
Kidnap children and brainwash them.
Yeah.
Jedi Knights.
Cut his
paragons of morality.
cut his hands off, and then his head.
Yeah.
Go insane. Murder his entire family and anybody associated with him. Anybody from his religious group.
You're just referring to one of them, and
Cut him in half and kick him down an endless pit.
he was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
Kill him. Throw him into the furnace. Make him turn to ash like all that he did to others.
I mean, it is true. He may have even been the one to slay Anduin. I don't know. Why am I the one that always has to make the decisions? Or I'm the one that's just...
I've made the decision. I'm just not allowed to follow through with
Well,
it.
I mean, Dimitri, you can possess him and walk him into the furnace.
Actually,
really painful.
if you
How many times does Dimitri want to die?
actually, if you possess him, can you communicate with his spirit and try to find an answer?
Oh God, could he just take him over for good?
All right, sure. Why the hell not?
All right.
Just take the two most annoying characters of this campaign and merge them
All
into
right.
the same person.
Dimitri, you have now possessed Reginald.
And what's Reginald thinking?
Hey, how's it going?
Reginald is
This is the greatest tragedy in the history of fiction.
Reginald is honestly furious. Here, roll a will save. You've got him
Oh.
possessed, but this is the first unwilling possession you've done.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to fight for this one. Wisdom.
Wisdom, probably.
Yeah, sorry.
Come on,
All
come on.
right, and we have Aura of Protection, so I get, what was it, +4? Plus
Plus
three.
3. It's whatever your charisma
Okay.
bonus is, minimum 1.
Which is 3.
Okay.
You're right.
I mean,
Oh no.
I could have, I could have sung him something, but that would only help 1d6 more.
This is
Okay.
going to be a very even match.
So
Oh,
he
I could have given him an advantage, but I didn't know this was happening.
he beats you out, Lauren. Reginald's Dimitri Reginald sits up
Okay.
and he is going to look at you.
Dimitri?
Wrong. he is going to start sifting through his bag.
Wait, I
hurriedly.
I will bring out my blade and motion it as though I'm going to cut his hand off.
Okay,
at the wrist.
I give up. Surrendering. Hi.
What were you trying to
We
grab?
never healed him, so he barely can move.
No,
with his
she did
many
heal him.
broken bones,
Yeah,
but-
you
Only
notice.
a little.
You notice he is still pretty bunged up, but
What were you trying to grab from that bag?
nothing important.
Nothing of importance. It's the first thing you went for.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I let the
Bad liar showdown.
I let the edge of the blade sizzle his jacket a tiny bit.
All right. You make an intimidation check.
Okay. Let's see, intimidation.
Should probably go GM roll for this.
Intimidate. There it is. Bow.
Okay. That just going for my handy dandy escape device. Nothing major.
An escape device, you say?
Just it gets me out of a tight spot, when people have swords to your necks and stuff.
And where would you escape to?
Home. Obviously.
If Reginald ended up kidnapping Dimitri.
Home?
Oh God.
And where is this home? What plane?
Here?
On the plane of Earth?
Yeah.
Now, how did you come to ally yourself with demons?
Well, when you work for a merchant prince, you get all sorts of artifacts, and some of them have things in them. And
Wait,
some of those
which
things
prince?
have voices. I worked for Bayezid.
Bayezid.
Aren't you one of his hunters? Isn't that why you were here? You're not after me, are you?
I'm not after you in
God
particular.
damn it, I fucked that one up.
Now, I'm trying to sift from my memory. How many of these guys have we heard of?
You've only heard the name of one Johnny Merchant Prince.
And he's the one that owns this train.
Yes.
Wait, but why would you need to rob his own train?
Because he had something valuable on it. You know nothing. You don't know who I am. Maybe I shouldn't have. Well. Okay.
All I know is that you're Reginald. And
Oh yeah, you did tie him up, so I guess he was kind of awkwardly pawing at his
yeah, he's sort of
restraints.
shoddily tied up because
Yeah, so I guess
didn't-
really he was trying to go for his restraints, which no, he did not get them off. Holy shit. All right, so yeah, he was trying to go for his pouch, but I'd forgotten about the rope.
Okay, well, I will snatch the pouch away from him and set it to the corner of the room. Now, you didn't answer my question. Why would a prince who already is in possession of this train, has it serving under him, and is successfully, well, at least it was successfully transporting his cargo, why would he require you to commandeer it?
Didn't require me to do anything. This was more of a voluntary me trying to rip him off.
Wait, but then why did you say that you were working for him?
I was working for him. Keep up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you just decided to steal from under his nose.
Yes, that's generally what you want to do. You don't just, behind the back, under the nose. You don't steal from somebody in front of them. That's stupid.
That still doesn't explain the demons.
When you're a clerk for a merchant prince and you don't have a whole lot of experience, you pick up the first help you can get. And hey, who cares if it's a couple of demons who want some mystical, magical black box thingamadoo? I figured they're willing to help me. They're nice enough, and they're promising me a fair cut of the job. So I figured, hey, why not? I'll work with them.
Well, it is too bad that they're all dead.
Yeah.
He was so bad at this.
So
I was kind of implying he's a level 3 character.
So, Bayezid, what did you have against him? Was he just
I mean,
underpaying you?
he's a shit boss.
I see.
Look, lady, my name's not even Reginald. It never was.
Then what is it?
It's Dimitri.
Nah, it's probably something
Make a
weird.
will save to make him say that. Or wisdom.
Nah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
Wow.
You are pushed out of him. He brains you right out. I guess I should probably bring Ghost Mitri back. Should probably.
That was less of a possession and more of like a mind.
Yeah, he rolled a natural 20 to resist on that one, so you get the boot. I'm Barstow.
Barstow?
Barstow Soft Tread.
I thought you were gonna say his last name was California.
No.
Was your name generated by Markov chain?
No?
Soft tread.
Look,
Oh.
I wanted to be Reginald. I wanted to be someone, and Reginald. No one's seen Reginald in years, so I figured I could be the next Reginald. And I figured the best way to do it was by robbing a largely unguarded train. Sure, cavorting with demons. Blame me for that, but I mean, it was working until you got on.
You're
I can
fortunate.
blame you for more things than just that.
It's fortunate that you had me to.
I don't think it.
Sorry.
I don't think it was working as a moral argument.
You're fortunate that you had me to vouch for you and heal your wounds, at least to some extent, because everyone else on here wanted to throw you right into that fiery inferno, or fiery inferno, and I just like point over to the furnace for the train.
And so I'm supposed to feel wildly indebted to you and pledge my life to your service?
No, I'm not gonna do that with every character.
It's worked so far.
Also, you have a grieving brother a couple of rooms away from us, and he more than anyone else wanted to incinerate you. Like, how could you possibly atone for all of this?
You know, in the grand scheme of things, I wasn't really expecting atonement to be part of the plan. So, if you'll excuse me, I have a bit of well, I'll have to think on that.
So you really didn't care that you're going to murder innocent people?
No, not. Well, sort of. I mean,
I want to
it was
like
supposed-
incite this.
It was supposed to be an empty ride. There wasn't supposed to be anybody on except for the engineers. And then they started getting
so you
into the
just
way.
wanted to kill them.
No, I wanted to get around them, but then they started getting nosy, and I had to do something. And well, I mean, the Ash Demon, he had solutions, and so I went with what worked.
You're pretty bad at whatever you want to
I was a
call what this
clerk.
thing was.
Excuse me. I'm sorry that my minimum wage life experiences have vastly underprepared me for train heists.
How you say that as if you're not totally in the wrong here, weirdo?
Have you worked for Bayezid? He works
No.
you to death, and if you don't work hard enough for him, he puts you to death. There's no escaping it.
Everyone's got a tiny violin.
Is this
I
like this
screwed
throughout the
that
plane
one
of Earth?
I don't know. I've been working for him since I was a child.
Using child labor.
Oh.
Well, no, I mean, I lied about that too. He doesn't look at halflings. I don't think he's ever even seen me.
What do you wait? You just lied about being a child, or
We're
was
halflings.
a child?
Nobody looks at halflings.
Oh,
They're like, he's short. He looks old enough. There we go.
but so how
How old are you?
How tall are halfling children then?
I mean, he is shorter than Skitter.
Yeah, I know that, but then I'm wondering how tall their children is then.
You
Well,
also
are
notice both of you fairly easily that he is trying to untie these ropes
then.
and failing miserably at them.
I have my blade.
So what are you gonna do to me? I mean, you can point that sword at me, but I already know you're not going to murder me.
Well, I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, actually, this does present us with some opportunity. Because we can steal the train. Actually, Vivi already has what she needs with the black box alone. But it sounds like the Dajani princes, they've oppressed people throughout the realm. Now, I don't want to start a crusade, per se. But,
It kind of sounds like you want to start crusade.
it's just we have the material plane to save. But with what you know about Bayezid, how did you plan on escaping his wrath?
I have a way out. If I can just get to my bag.
The bag is halfway across the room in the corner.
Not gonna stop me from trying. You got a sword at my neck.
What I'm saying is, after all of this, how did you intend to evade capture?
He's never seen my face, and I was being fairly circumspect up until you guys showed up and ruined everything, and I was going to make a clean getaway.
Now, if we let you go, are you going to go to Bayezid?
No, of course not.
What? Why are we letting him go?
I was saying if.
He'd kill me if I went to him.
Really?
Well, obviously. I stole precious documents from him. I tried to rob his train. What would I do? Be like, oh, Bayezid, I was on your top secret, cargo run for an extremely valuable black box thing. Don't mind that though, because I know who the real culprits are. He's going to kill me whether or not I go to him with that information or not. If I so much as step within a foot of his palace, I am a dead halfling.
And where would you go from here?
Anywhere else. Hell, Zagnoth would be better.
Zagnoth, you say?
Look, I heard the news. Did you not talk to that grumpy man in the dining car?
Yep.
Yep.
That we did. I'm actually surprised to have found someone else from Zagnoth.
All right, he
around
finally unties his bonds and he's running for his pouch.
I
Roll a
will-
reflex save.
For goodness sake. Reflex is
Or
dexterity,
dexterity, yeah.
right?
Okay.
53.
You have an action before he reaches that pouch.
Okay. An action. What will it be? I am going to mage hand the pouch into the furnace. Or
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
or maybe
No, you fling it into the furnace. Who had the other pouch?
Wait, what?
Remember there were two. They're a paired set.
I think only he had the other.
No,
I
he
think
had
still
one,
the other
and then you
pouch.
guys had another one. Who had it?
I think Vivi has it now.
No?
No, it's in the corner, right?
Did
Oh,
Didn't
no.
Greg grab it?
No, I thought the pouch
Which
that
means
we
it's
had
no.
was the evil
Smoke
void
one.
realm
Yeah.
thing.
that was just because he was
Oh.
in the presence of the Ash Demon. That's why it was all smoky and stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
They're linked together.
Oh.
So who has the
I
pouch?
think Alarin has it.
I think.
Yeah, I think Alarn has it. Okay, so make another dexterity save.
No.
Least
Okay.
convincing sword threat ever, by the way.
13.
Don't you move, I'm going to use your
Okay,
sword.
so it immediately just starts gouting fire, and you take 15 damage.
Ouch.
Before you can rip it off. You now have a pouch that is melting a hole in the floor.
Also, that. Wait, did.
Drez's little foot kicks a little bit at the smell of cooked fish.
I'm gonna have to down a potion.
Tasty.
He is now like kind of looking at the furnace with his like his face is just like it is dropped. He looks like you have just ruined probably his life. And so the party has successfully stolen the Elemental Express. Well, sort of. They have it. It's in their possession. All they have to do is get it back to Vivi. But first they must deal with moral quandaries and Drez, who will never, ever feel like waking up ever again. Well, what will happen to Reginald? What will happen to the party? And how will they make it back? Find out next time on the next episode of Dungeons & Dragons: Grave of Man.